everyone, and welcome back to the show. I am your host, Dro, and thank you for watching FC Barcelona. Before I go on, make sure you subscribe right now, drop a like in this video, and follow me on all my socials at Rudio. Today I have a massive show because Barca is caught in a new firestorm here. The club and the Spanish Federation are in an open conflict after Lamine Yamal was released from the national team, with the federation expressing, quote, furious surprise over the invasive medical procedure performed by the club without warning. We'll break down the full shocking statement and what this means for Lamine Yamal's health. This controversy lands right as Hansi Flick faces a huge middle field crisis, with De Jong suspended and Gavi out until March. But while we scramble, the news from Madrid are even worse. We analyze Mbappe's dramatic disappearing act, 2 games with very little impact, and also the mounting pressure on Ter Stegen to find a new club or lose his international spot. So let's dive in right into it, guys. So we turn to a piece of breaking news that broke the internet earlier. Not broke the internet, but definitely broke earlier this weekend, fueling the fresh and furious conflict between FC Barcelona and the Spanish Football Federation. And it all centers on Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal has been released from the Spanish national team and is has already returned to Barcelona, ruling him out for the upcoming World Cup qualifier against Georgia and Turkey. This decision, however, came with a highly unusual and strong-worded statement from the Spanish Federation, revealing a deep surprise and discomfort. According to the Spanish Federation, they learned late Monday night that Lamine Yamal had undergone an invasive radio frequency procedure, a specialized treatment for ongoing discomfort. That same day, the Federation Medical Service claimed that this procedure was performed without prior communication to the national team medical staff. They state that they only received an official report late Monday night, which recommended a resting period of 7 to 10 days. The Federation full statement especially accuses the club of performing a critical invasive procedure on the player called up for duty and informing them late, making his immediate release the only option to prioritize the player's health. This marks a new thorn in this crisis between the club and the Spanish Federation. The club's medical team, which recently met with a Belgian specialist, is clearly keen in solving Lamine Yamal's Puglia issue once and for all. I mean, listen, I think at this point, the club is doing the same thing that the Spanish Federation did. They did a procedure and then the Spanish Federation didn't even tell Barcelona that they have injected Lamine Yamal last international break. Now I think that the stance that the club is taking is they're doing their own procedure, and whether they tell the national team late or not is kind of like not their problem. They'll definitely doing a tick for tack situation. In my opinion, I don't think the Spanish national team needs Lamine Yamal for the next 2 games. They should definitely prioritize his health. Spain is pretty much qualified for the World Cup, and they are going to be excellent contenders. Watch, they definitely could win it all. Now, with Lamine Yamal's absence from the international duty, it is definitely a silver lining for Barcelona, as now he can focus on recovering and his fitness. However, Hansi Flick middle field crisis heading into the crucial Athletic Club match after the international break is becoming a massive headache due to some absence. Remember, Frankie de Jong is out because he was due to yellow cards. He is pretty much suspended. Marc Casado will be available. The fears with him is that his injury, that discomfort that he had, that is not a serious injury, and the discomfort seems to be mild, and he should be available. Pedri, it seems to be recovering faster than expected from his hamstring tear. But like we obviously know, Hansi Flick and the medical staff wants to be very cautious. And Gavi, we know that the timeline is pretty much until March. That's gonna be a long one. So the immediate issue for Flick is the different absence in the same spot. Like I mentioned, the young suspended. Marc Casador needs to be 100%. Even though, think about this, Dani Olmo and Fermin Lopez are also available. Dani Olmo showed that he can drop deeper against Celta de Vigo, and Flick may have to rely on maybe on Eddie Garcia if he's up to the. I mean, he should be good by the time the international break is over, or even Andres Christensen, who can cover a pivot sometimes in some stages. I mean, given that he's also healthy, he was, I think, sick the past few matches. But now I want to pivot into some delicate issues brewing in the club offices for quite some time, and it is the uncertain future of Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen is taking steps in his recovery from his back and knee issues, but the doubts surrounding his future are definitely immense. The German goalkeeper has been relegated on the field since the arrival of Johan Garcia, and this situation is definitely impact his chances of making the German squad for the upcoming World Cup. The German national coach Julian Nagelsmann was extremely clear this past week. He said that we spoke on the phone last week. He's fine, and that's important for them. But for him, the important thing is that he plays, whether it's in a European Cup club or if not. I mean, that doesn't matter, but he just wants him to play. Nagelsmann is essentially issuing him an ultimatum to get top club status is not enough by just riding the bench. You need to match minutes with rhythm, and the coach delivers some powerful words for me from quite a while now. He says that we hope that he becomes the starting goalkeeper at some club, and then we will continue with the plan as we anticipated. If not, we will have to continue reflecting on the much discussed goalkeeping topic. This situation is very complex. Ter Stegen needs to regain his form, but Barca has, Johan Garcia in the middle. I mean, the goalkeeping position is not guaranteed for anyone, but this puts Ter Stegen between a rock and a hard place because he must find a club that makes him a starter, either in Barcelona or somewhere else, if he wants to play the World Cup next year with Germany, which he has not done so because Manuel Neuer has been the goalkeeper there for so long. And I want to finish this video with a topic about Real Madrid and the sudden vanishing act on their superstar Kylian Mbappe. Before the Liverpool match, Mbappe has scored 13 of 14 matches. Now he has gone 2 consecutive games against Liverpool and Rayo Vallecano without without making any goals. I mean, obviously this is a lot to ask from a player to score every single game, but Kylian Mbappe, who's pretty much been killing it and is been kind of running away with the Pichichi award, it's without a doubt a big part why Real Madrid is collapsing in front of our eyes. Mbappe has lost his best creative partner out of that Güler, which is, some roles in that system are going to affect their middle, the midfield also. I know Tchouaméni has been out, and now Jude Bellingham has returned, which moves things for that system. Also, the Real Madrid attackers, outside of some occasional runs from Bellingham, are decent, but they wait for the pass instead of generating space and movement, allowing a well-organized defense to neutralize and Kylian Mbappe. And the last thing, and I think is one of the most important, is that Xabi Alonso high control system has been dissolved. Real Madrid is no longer consistently living near the opponent's back, which means fewer opportunities for a natural 9, and let alone for somebody like Kylian Mbappe who can just make any play happen at any given moment with his speed. The great irony is that Madrid needs the best Mbappe to recover his form, but Mbappe needs the team to recover and be the best version so they can feed him. It is a worrying negative spiral that gives Barcelona a massive advantage to discuss the title race. So, guys, there you have it. It is sort of a massive controversy brewing between Lamine Yamal and the Spanish Federation in Barcelona. We also have some goalkeeping drama about Marc-Andre ter Stegen. I mean, nobody's trying to force him, but I mean, he has to consider his future. And let's see what happened, guys. The question is, who is in deeper trouble right now? Is it Hansi Flick and his midfield situation caused by the Frankie de Jong suspension and Gavi and Pedri being out? Or Xavi Alonso and the total disappearing from Kylian Mbappe and him losing the locker room? Please let me know your takes in the comments below. Do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch you here next time. Same channel. I'm not sure what time, but Visca Barça.